We don't want to make money off you. We make enough through our own income already. But how can we provide value and get influence with the younger generation? That's what these events are all about. We want to be influential people. And how we can do that is we can do that by providing value to the younger generation.
When you're reaching out to people, offer them something of value in exchange for something in value in return, because the money will come.
If you put the time and the energy in, the world will reward you in the future.
I think with any business, right, it's going to consume three things from you, which is time, energy, and money.
Time to get fired up. Yeah, I'm getting fired up.
Your thoughts can become plans. Plans can become actions. And actions become a reality. We share powerful stories and simple steps to fast track your business and personal growth. Are you ready to make it happen? Let's get fired up. Today, I'm joined here with two passionate entrepreneurs who have founded the largest networking community for future leaders in their 20s. Selling out venues such as SeaWorld Resort on the Gold Coast, their events are completely free to attend. They simply want to try and give back to the future generation. I'd like to introduce everyone to Campbell, Guthrie, and Wright. In this episode, we're going to dig into how you actually plan to grow this business, because I'm keen to hear your insights on it, on where you are at now and where you plan to be in the future. So my first question for you guys is, like, networking events, they've been around for decades. What makes you guys special and unique in what you're trying to offer in this space?
It's targeting the 20-year-olds, targeting that younger generation, creating them into the future leaders that they can be. And that's sort of what we're really trying to do. Is the speaker components and the events that we run are sort of just that draw card in order to connect people together. Basically an excuse on how we can build a community, build that connection with like-minded people. That's what's going to make us different. That's how we're going to continue growing and expanding.
And keep in mind, nothing actually exists for under 20-year-olds in the whole of Queensland, pretty much, what we found. Like, as we said before, something from the Sunshine Coast came down all the way to the Gold Coast of a 2-hour drive just to connect with our community.
I want to get into that expansion plan, because if it's not everywhere, then I just hear opportunity there, but I can just hear from your point of view. So you mentioned in the last episode, like, this is free. It doesn't cost anyone to go. The speakers aren't costing you anything. Putting on events does cost money, which I'm sure you're well aware of. So what's the plan here to actually monetize this? Because as you grow, your costs are going to grow. And if you don't start bringing in revenue, how long is that going to last?
Yeah. So as it's a work in progress. We're trying to, I think it might be some limiting beliefs sitting there as well. But as we are growing, we want to look at having VIP tickets, which may have some potential other benefits. So, priority seating, all sorts of different things there, as well as we may bring on sponsors down the road for people who want to help us and fuel the movement and the vision, because overall, we want to grow this thing and we want to expand our net as wide as possible so we can help even more people who are feeling just as lost as we were.
And I mean, we've fought back and forth with different mentors, different speakers around charging for these events. I don't want to do that. I want to keep them for free. I simply just want to help the younger generation. And if there's something that we can do to still increase the money, increase the value, and do it another way, that's what we're going to go down.
Do you have any revenue streams at all?
Just our personal incomes.
Okay, so no part of Fxrge has any money. You don't charge anyone for anything. No private groups, no subscriptions, no VIP stuff. There's no charging at all at this point.
Yeah. So at the moment, what we do have is a private exclusive community where, for those who really want to take it to that next level, they want to connect with like-minded people. And again, they want to build the genuine connections and not just come to an event every couple of months.
And they're around the action takers.
Yeah.
People who are actually already taking action.
Yeah.
So there is a fee that comes from that as a membership fee, and we use that it all gets reinvested back into both the events and overall, it's called the allegiance. We reinvest it back into the community to ensure that, we provide even more value.
So how do you determine that? Because I'm thinking of like a sales funnel in my head. You're putting on these free events, promoting the shit out of it to get people to go there because there's value through networking, connections, learning from speakers and everything else. But how are you qualifying people there at the time to determine, are you a go-getter? Here's some questions for you. Yes, you are. Now sign up and join our private group because you're going to get A, B, C. Is that in place at the moment, or something you're thinking about?
It typically just happens when we have a conversation with one of the people there. typically you can figure out quite quickly if they are someone who takes action, if they have a business, how hard they are determined to succeed in life and business. We can sort of have those discussions and understand that. From there, we sort of go through a process where we can say, okay, would you be interested? This is sort of what we guys do. You potentially qualify. Let's get on a call, see if this would be valuable to you.
And it becomes a trained skill as well. Over time, you have enough conversation. I mean, we're quite young, but I'm sure you have enough conversation with somebody. You can tell somebody when they're trying to pull your leg, opposed to genuinely doing it and actually taking the action.
So guys, you've got full-time jobs. So this is a side hustle. Have you got a plan to go all in, or is this going to be a hobby going forward?
So this is what I like to call, it's not a monetary play. It's an influence play. We want to be influential people. And how we can do that is we can do that by providing value to the younger generation. We don't want to make money off you. We make enough through our own income already. But how can we provide value and get influence with the younger generation? That's what these events are all about. Now, there is a side to that where there can be generated lots and lots of money from what we're doing, from the connections with the speakers, connections with the wider audience. But at the end of the day, how do we get influence? How do we provide value? And the money will sort of come. So yes, there will be a time where we do go all in. We do, get fired up and just focus on the Forge solely. But at this stage, we're happy with where we're at monetary wise, and we just want to build that influence and provide that value to the younger generation.
Yeah, because I think with any business, right, it's going to consume three things from you, which is time, energy, and money. And no doubt, as you guys are growing, it's consuming those three things more and more. So at some point, it's either going to be costing you too much to do this, to provide a free service, or you're going to get burnt out because you've got your job and now you're just working all day, all night, every weekend, getting this thing done on the sideline. So I think you guys have got huge potential here. And I think, importantly, the purpose of what you're doing. The young entrepreneurs are the new business owners of the future. They are the leaders. They are the employers. And we need to actually help and support them along the way and give them every opportunity to do that. So I love that, what you guys are doing. Just as we wrap this one up, me personally, I'm getting better, but I hated networking events because back in the day when I was in my 20s, you go to this awkward breakfast with a bunch of suits and everyone hands out business cards and just awkwardly talks about what they do and how they can help you. Yours didn't feel like that, which is great. So well done. But for young entrepreneurs listening to this who might now start to be interested in what you're doing, what would you call the top three kind of hacks to actually get value from a networking event? What do you have to do and how do you have to show up to ensure that you get something from it?
So we've actually had another speaker who has said that same thing in terms of, I don't like the word networking. It sounds like there's a bunch of empty suits just trying to sell me something. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But what we found is that the younger generation just don't have that connotation to networking. They actually enjoy networking groups. They see successful entrepreneurs saying that you need to get around like-minded people. You need to network. So that's what they're focused on doing, is how can you get around networking events, networking groups. So the biggest thing that I guess we offer for the Forge networking is, again, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So go out, connect with people at the event and reach out to them after the event. Take notes from what people are actually doing at these events and how you can provide value to them. Easy example is if I want to be a copywriter, how can I provide value to anyone at that event, right? Even if it's just free work for the meantime, or maybe it's a commission basis. How can I just get my name out there, provide value, get some testimonials and grow that way? And then the third obviously is, especially with ours, is you get access to multi-millionaire speakers. You get to learn from them, their mindset, their insights, take the resources, learn from them, connect with them on a more personal level.
Yeah, and playing off that as well is you'd have to pay tens of thousands of dollars of personal coaching. You've got the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with this person, whether it be 5-10 minutes, depending how much you intrigue them. But you have the opportunity to connect with somebody whose time is worth significantly more than yourself. So you take that opportunity and grab it by the helm. But another bonus thing that I'd add into there as well is you got to approach this networking event as if you don't know everything. Go into this thinking that you can learn something from every single person, and you will. And it's really incredible.
Yeah, awesome. I think just to give back to your audience, and this is a real life experience off the back of your event, Finn. So
Finn Valley,
yeah. So we had a bit of a chat at the event, and then he reached out to me. I said, hey, I was interested in what you do. Can you tell me a bit more? Long story short is I think for anybody who is in that early stage, and you touched on this, Campbell, which I think is a great idea, give your services or offer your services in exchange for return services. So I'll give you this so you can give me your contact base, you can give me your coaching, you can give me whatever. Do the contra deals, try and keep out of the money exchange. And testimonials is great because that's actually the foundation for building the business, is to have that social proof and get people, real customers, actually talking about what they got from your business. From the entrepreneur's side of you, every customer and every interaction is now just building your skill set on getting the feedback. Like, did I offer all the right stuff? Do you think I could have approached that differently? Do you think if I did charge, what should I charge for it? And now you're actually doing that value exchange without the financial component to it. So I think for anybody watching this who's early stage, yes, you need to be thinking about monetization and how you're going to do it over the long term and start taking steps towards that. And secondly, when you're reaching out to people, offer them something of value in exchange for something in value in return, because the money will come. Like, if you focus on that experience and what you're actually offering, the money will come down the track.
That's what we're doing for Fxrge.
Yeah. That abundance mindset, right?
Yeah.
If you put the time and the energy in, the world will reward you in the future.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to know some stats from you guys. I mean, you've got a network now, so it could be a good time to start actually asking and getting insights into what type of businesses. So you'd know percentage of our network has e-commerce, percentage has this, what percentage of your network still live at home with their parents? And I'm asking that because it's probably a pretty high number because life's expensive. So I'd be going, cool. So now that you're there and you don't have these additional expenses, why do you need to charge this? You don't. Because you actually don't need the money at the moment. What you need is the experience, you need the customer base, you need the network, you need the mentors. So double down on that and monetize later. But I think the fundamental thing across all of this is get a business plan. Get a business plan. You can grab it from the firedup.life website. There's a free resource there. But if you don't know where you're heading, how you're going to get there, when you're going to do it, you're throwing darts into thin air hoping to hit something. Put something down, put a plan in place, and then focus on the daily activity and discipline. And you'll get there going ahead. Stick around for the next episode. We're going to talk to these guys about what this might look like 5-10 years down the track and how you can get behind supporting them and learning from them and joining their network. So we'll catch you soon. If you've enjoyed this episode, then subscribe on YouTube or follow our podcast on your favorite platform. We drop a new episode every week. You'll be doing us a massive favor. If you know someone that would benefit from listening to this, then share it with them. You'll be doing them a massive favor. And if you want the tips, tools, and resources to support you on this journey, then join our exclusive Facebook community and follow our socials. You'll be doing yourself a massive favor.